There's something strange about Pope Leo's surprise appearance at Vatican's Catholic Influencer Festival, July 29, 2025. The scene portrayed the Pope not as a humble spiritual leader, but as a celebrity-like Messiah figure, entering to thousands of thunderous praise. In a manner eerily reminiscent to Christ's triumphant entry into Jerusalem, yet centered on a human figure rather than the Messiah Jesus himself. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. What role will the Roman Catholic system play at end time? Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media. Special greetings to all of our subscribers, TIBP members, and dear patrons. John 14, verse 6. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. July 29, 2025. Pope Leo XIV, rock stars welcome at Vatican's Catholic Influencer Festival. Pope Leo XIV on Tuesday received a rock stars welcome at this Catholic festival. Influencers, priests, nuns, and ordinary faithful who use their social media presence to preach and teach their faith, as he urged them to ensure that human relations don't suffer with the spread of digital ecosystem and artificial intelligence. Nothing wrong with that. But what strike me, dear friends, is this. Is when the Pope rode in the Pope Mobile, the crowd played and sang the following song, and they are unaware of whom the words truly attributing praise to. I quote the song they are chanting, "I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. Who is like you, O Lord, among the celestials? Who is like you, majestic in holiness? In your love, you lead the people you redeem. In your love, you lead the people you redeem. I will sing, I will sing, I will sing to you, O Lord," while bowing and pointing and screaming at the papal Antichrist. Worship and praise to the Pope instead of addressing all the glory to Jesus Christ. Notice the video carefully. St. Peter's squares erupted with shouts, cheers, and chants as the crowd welcomed the pontiff. The scene portrayed the Pope not as a humble spiritual leader, but a celebrity-like Messiah figure, entering to thunderous praise in a manner eerily reminiscent of Christ's triumphant entry into Jerusalem riding a donkey, yet centered on a human figure rather than Jesus Christ in the most holy place. The Gospel records that Jesus entered Jerusalem riding a donkey, specifically a colt fulfilling a prophecy. This event is known as the triumphal entry. The crowds hailed him as the Messiah, waving palm branches and shouting Hosanna. Gospel Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John all describes this event, highlighting Jesus' arrival In the fulfillment of the prophecy of Zechariah chapter 9 verse 9, the crowds greeted Jesus by laying down their cloaks and palm branches, symbolizing the recognition of him as the Messiah and King. The symbol of a donkey represents peace and humility, contrasting with the image of a conquering king riding a war horse. According to the article, June 29, 2025, Tuesday began with groups of influencers and young pilgrims passing through the Basilica's Holy Door, as they call it, a rite of passage for estimated 32 million people participating in this Holy Year celebration, as they call it holy. This week, downtown Rome swarmed with energetic singing, dancing masses of teenage Catholic scouts, church, and Catholic school groups. It all had the vibe of a scaled-down World Youth Day. Once every 3 years, it's like a Catholic Woodstock festival that was inaugurated by St. Paul II, as they call him. The most recent one is in Lisbon, Portugal, with Reverend Peixoto, a village priest in northern Portugal, which also happens to be a club DJ. A priest who is a club DJ, all worshiping the sun. Take a look at what they are doing. Every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. As soon as the music was heard over loudspeakers, the people at the World Youth Day rose up to dance, jump, and play in front of the rising sun. On Sunday, the pagan day of the sun was honored and revered. This is a revival of Baal worship from the Old Testament. Was scheduled to give the final mass. 1.5 million people dance and jump to electronic music, which is a combination of energetic repetitive beats mixed with hypnotic sound effect. And you even have a priest called Roman Catholic DJ priest. Peixoto was the person responsible for igniting the people. It is important to recognize that the primary function of drums and music and pagan rituals were to induce trance states for communication and possession by the false deities. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. I find it very strange, dear friends. Is this for the Pope or Jesus? The phrase, when you believe, while hopeful, is vague. Believe in what? Believe in whom? Without a clear reference to Jesus Christ or His Word as the object of faith, this type of vague spirituality opens the door to spiritualism and universalism and a feel-good, watered-down version of religion that lacks any type of doctrinal clarity and biblical revelation. You don't really know who are they praising. It seems obvious that the glory is to the Pope of Rome. The Bible warns of a time when they will perform lying wonders, but for the untrained eye, in the Bible, it will seem genuine. The Antichrist, dear friends, will silence the three angels' message and will persecute the remnant. But for us Bible-believing Christians, the protest is not over. Kindly type in the comment section, I reject the Antichrist. Thank you, dear friends, and continue to preach the truth found in Bible prophecy.